Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to do two-digit multiplication. So we're going to be multiplying a two-digit number by another two-digit number. This is simple math. So whether you're a kid doing the homework or you're an adult trying to help a kid do this work, you're going to hopefully understand this by the end of the video. So I always start my videos by writing out what we're doing at the top. And then we're going to do two problems today. I think once we walk through these two problems, you should be good to go. So you're going to need to understand two skills here. You will need to understand how to multiply and how to add. That's simple. One other tip that I'll give you is just understanding how to put a zero in a placeholder. Other than that, you're going to be good to go. So get your notepad out, get your dry erase board out, because you need to write this out so that you understand. Of course, at the end, we'll check our answer with the calculator. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, I always like to use different colors. I just think that helps things visually to separate, because when you're writing a lot of numbers, a lot of this information runs together. Okay, so let's get started. So we'll start with our first problem. All right, let's think of, I'm going to use different numbers here. And let's see, how about, what's a good two-digit number? Let's go with 17. Okay, so we'll do 17. That's our first two-digit number. And we're going to multiply that 17 by, let's say, 23. Okay, very good. So we're going to start in the ones place. We're going to multiply 7 times 3. We know that that's 21, right? So what we'll do is we'll write down the 1 from that 21. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, let's not forget about that too. We're going to multiply the 3 times 1, because we're still working with 3. And then we're going to add that 2 from 21. Remember the 2. So I'm going to write that and draw a little circle around it. So 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2. And that's going to give you 5. Because remember, I told you you will need two skills. You'll need to know how to add and multiply. Now, let's put a 0 here. This is going to be our placeholder, because now we're working in the tens place. So we're going to say 2 times 7. That's 14. So we'll write down the 4. We'll carry that 1 and circle it. And 2 times 1 is 2 plus that 1. And that's going to give us 3. Now let's add everything together. And we'll start in our ones, then our tens, then our 100. 1 plus 0 is 1. 5 plus 4 is 9. And nothing plus 3 is 3. So our answer is going to be 391. Now, I know that was a lot of steps, so we're going to do another problem. Remember, the skills that we need to know how to multiply. We need to know how to do addition. And we also need to know how to use a 0 as a placeholder. So let's get started in our second equation here. So let's think of another good two-digit by two-digit math problem. Let's use some different numbers. Let's go with 48. Seems to be a good number. All right. And we're going to multiply that two-digit number by our second two-digit number. And what other numbers do we want to go with here? How about 15? Okay. Very good. So I'm going to draw a line, and we're going to get started. So let's work with the 8 times 5. That's 40. So we'll write down our 0 from 40. And we'll carry the 4. And to make it easy, we'll just circle the 4 so that we don't forget about it up there. Because remember, we're going to add it after we finish with that 5. Now let's multiply the 5 times the 4. That's 20 plus 4 more. And that will give us 24. Now let's put our placeholder. That's a 0. Write that down, and we'll be ready to start with the 1. And this one's pretty easy. I mean, we know 1 times 48 is 48, but we'll do 1 times 8. Let's write down our 8. And then 1 times 4. We know that that's going to be 4. So let's write down our 4. And then we need to add these numbers up, and we're going to add the ones, the tens, then the hundreds place. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 8 is 12. So we'll write down our 2, and we'll carry our 1. And we'll just do a little circle. We know 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 1 will give us 7. Now we always want to check our work. So let's get the calculator and see if we got our problems correct. And while I know it's always easier to just do this using the calculator, like I said, it's also good to know how you arrive at these answers. Because if you run into any issues, you can always check and double check your work. So I'll give you a few minutes to get your calculator, and then we'll go over these problems just to make sure that you got everything right, and you'll be ready to finish your homework or prepare for any exam that you may have. All right, y'all ready? Got your calculators? All right, let's get started. So I always like to slow this part of the video down. Make sure you're there with me. Ready? Okay, so the first thing we're going to type in is our 17 times 23. And let's see, let me zoom in here. I'll give you a few minutes. Type in your equation and see what answer we get. And hopefully, fingers crossed, 17 times 23 is 391. So let's see if we are right. Ready for me to press that equal? Voila, we got it right. Very good. Let me get my pen so I can give us a little check here. I always like to put a check in my thumbnail too to let you know that you're doing a great job. All right, so let's move on. Let's clear this problem out. Now let's double check our work. So we'll do 48 times 15. And we'll see if we got our last problem right. Y'all ready to hit the equal? And we did. It's 720. So that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Take care, and I will, of course, talk to you in the next video. Good luck on all of your math equations. Stay smart. Bye for now.